You are now listening to the Pelicans post-game report. Flash report.
All things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. I'm Big Q in this episode of PPR. Man, we got some news to talk about, man, that happened during today. A couple of things here as the Pelicans, man, make a few moves and finalize their roster, getting ready for 2025-2026 season. We are here. So shout out to the fam. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. PPR representing the Flocking Nation. In this one, the first article, man, shout out to NOLA.com, talks about it. Pelicans making a move. We talked about this on PPR, our live stream. Shout out to DC and Lex and the Flocking community. On that broadcast, we talked about the Pelicans not making moves to sign bigs. We kind of alluded to the fact that we believed that Derik Queen was closer to clearance. That's why the Pelicans didn't really make any moves in terms of picking up bigs. And Queen has been cleared full. Let's get that stated. He was cleared to resume full basketball activities as of today. Queen was diagnosed with that torn ligament in his left wrist. He left in the Summer League game back on July the 18th. He played at the University of Maryland, selected number 13 pick in this year's draft. Pelicans went up 10 spots to get him from 23. Head coach Willie Green said Queen was a full participant at Saturday's practice, which is up on PPR right now. You can check out that interview. Well, Queen brings versatility to the Pelicans lineup. He recorded a double-double in 3 Summer League games he played. His best outing was the game he got injured. He was at 17 and 10. He also had 3 assists, 2 blocks. He missed all 4 of the Pelicans preseason matchups, but the young, talented big is back. The Pelicans open the season Wednesday when they meet at Grizzlies in Memphis. And then, of course, in other news, the team announced that they had requested waivers on Christian Shoemate. We talked about him. I figured he would be the odd man out. More than likely, Christian Shoemate, who was a hustle player from McNeese, who averaged 4 points and 2.3 rebounds in 3 preseason games. He played for the Pelicans. With the move, the Pelicans roster now stands at 18 with 3 players on 2-way contracts. So Shoemate more than likely could be an eligible player for the Pelicans Beham squadron team. That'll be a good thing to kind of bring him there to kind of get up on his game. So great news here as we'll get an opportunity to get Derik Queen, our talented first-round draft pick, big to really help the Pelicans off the bench. Outside of that, more news to talk about. The Pelicans did make some contract decisions on Jordan Hawkins and Yves Missi. Let's get into that. Yard Barker had the breakdown as the 2025-26 season comes closer. The teams are finalizing the roster. The Pelicans retooled the roster quite a lot since the end of the 24-25 season. They build around franchise player Zion. The Pelicans traded for Jordan Poole to boost that backcourt, then added Kayvon Looney to help down the paint. Among other notable moves, the Pelicans have also retained some key rotational players such as Jordan Hawkins and Yves Missi, who have been solid role players for the Pelicans. Hawkins, 6'5" guard, averaged 10 points last season for the Pelicans as a sophomore, providing a spark off the bench as a promising scorer, while Yves, being quite the opposite, a 6'11" big who provided 9 points and 8 boards in 73 games. He had 67 starts last season. Both players contributed to the squad. As the team grows and develops, the front office believes them to be a vital part of the success of the team, as indicated by the fact that the Pelicans are exercising both of the team options, which means they're keeping them under contract through the 26-27 season. Pelicans making commitments on both first-round draft picks, Yves Missi and Jordan Hawkins. Now, what each player provides for New Orleans, Hawkins is entering the 3rd year of his tenure with the Pelicans. While the sample size is not necessarily large, it is a fact his averages have gone up since he began playing with New Orleans. If the trend continues, he could be a larger factor this season. As a shooting guard, being paired with someone like Poole, who facilitates open spacing, could yield the lethal shooter from Hawkins. He can get his shooting up. Now, he shot 33% from behind the arc last season and has garnered some reputation of being a flamethrower. He can either be really hot or, quite frankly, not. Be cold, real cold. So anyway, this is some of the stuff that we're talking about here. Now, Hawkins will likely continue his role off the bench, but will be interesting to see how he fits with the Pelicans' new look team. As for me, Yves Missi, he's now competing with the veteran big Kevon Looney for the starting spot, but he's coming off an impressive rookie campaign. Of course, we know Kevon is out for at least 3 to 4 weeks. We'll see. But as a rookie, as of last year, putting up double his solid work. Now with a 21-year-old, that's a real chance he continues that trend as well, which will bode well for New Orleans. And ideally, he continues to improve and learn from Kevon Looney. That will be interesting. Pelicans team on paper looking better than a few years ago, and the success on the franchise could quite possibly be dependent on Williamson develops, but the moves they made so far and the return of role players are looking like a positive sign. And we definitely need to see that from our Pelicans, to see an opportunity to see Zion in great shape and this be able to watch him and trigger Trey Murphy. You had Jordan Poole in there. That's 3 20-point scores right off the bat. And you can see a potential lineup right here with Herb Jones in there, although I probably would throw Sadiq Bey in there if Sadiq is playing better than Herb right now. And he's a better fit there next to Zion in that starter with Yves. That will be my choice for the starting 5 to open up the season with Kevon Looney hurt. Of course, we know DeJounte Murray won't be back until later on. And then, of course, off the bench, you see these guys right here. Now, this is with the potential roster is looking like. And let's just hit you with this. This is from NBA.com. Pelicans roster. The team has already updated its roster. So this is who they're going to walk into the 25-26 season with. As you see, Jeremiah Fears, Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, Jordan Poole, Hunter Dickinson will be on the team. He's part of the two-way agreement. DeJounte Murray, Jaden Springer, Bruce McGowan's, Micah Peavy, Jose Alvarado, Carlo Mekabic, Yves Missi, Derik Queen, Trey Alexander, Jordan Hawkins, Trey Murphy III, Sadiq Bey, and Kevon Looney. It's the Pelicans' current people that's active. You can see they've already removed Shoemate. The Pelicans going into the season with those guys, and we'll see how it all looks going on, man, for the season. So 15 players on the active roster, and there are 3, they got the original 15, which, we know who they are, plus the 3 two-way players that'll be there. I think that's a part of it. So let's kind of count it. Fears, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there you go, 18. All right, so anyway, 18 players listed here on the Pelicans roster, man. They've already added. And of course, you can see right here the list of coaches that the Pelicans have. Oddly enough, these are the coaches the Pelicans have, but there is no mention of the fact. Remember, the Pelicans did hire ex-Washington coach Mike Hopkins. He's not mentioned here or shown here in the updated coaches, but that's all right. Here's the report right here that shows that Pelicans did hire ex-Washington coach Mike Hopkins as an assistant. Pelicans adding a seasoned voice to the bench, hiring Mike Hopkins as an assistant coach and head of player development. Hopkins spent last season with the Suns on Mike Budenholzer's staff and now joins Willie in New Orleans before jumping the NBA. Hopkins was a head coach at Washington from 2017 to 2024. He had a record of 122-111 and took the Huskies to the NCAA tournament once. Hopkins is best known for his time under Jim Boeheim at the Syracuse, where he served as the top assistant from 95 to 2017. That included a short stint as a head coach in waiting before Washington came calling. He'll be a part of a deep Pelicans coaching staff that you see listed here. And even though he's a part of it, we don't see him here. He's head of player development and one of the key assistant coaches. And remember, his ties, Coach Mike's ties to the Pelicans is through the likes of Troy Weaver. So the Pelicans ultimately did get their guys there, where Troy Weaver did get one of their coaches in there, and that's very interesting. So anyway, with that being said, y'all chime in, man. I'm not trying to keep y'all very long. Just wanted to give you an update. Y'all chime in, let us know how you feel about the Pelicans move today. Put it in the comments section, man. And let us know, man, and we'll keep you updated on all the latest moves from our New Orleans Pelicans. So with that being said, I'm getting on out of here. Much love to y'all, and go Pels.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.